Okay, you guys obviously wanted to see RIS number 3 option and with the outer barrel, so let me go ahead and put it on. There's some hardware that came with the RIS, and it looks like there's already the set screws installed. So let me go ahead and take this somewhat apart and start putting on the parts. Here I go. If you guys have like a jam in a plastic body, like in the barrel, it's always a good idea. Notice the piston's all the way back. It's a good idea to unjam it with a said jamming rod with the barrel out. It just makes it so much easier instead of pushing back on the air seal nozzle. Okay, now you guys are probably going to do this at your place. You take off the 2 body pins and then you notice, hey, there's wire there. We want to do is first take off the handguard, otherwise you're going to be tugging on the wires right there. Cut that off. Okay. Put this aside. And it should. Okay, now I have the upper removed, no wires or anything. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, take off. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take off delta ring, slide this off, and I've used like a pair of channel locks or some other tool. You will scratch this up a little and loosen. If you're working on a metal body or plastic body, it's highly recommended use upper clamp. Find your local gun stores. It holds it in place. Otherwise, when you're torquing, you will break something. Just a little side note. Okay, this I can put aside for now. Okay, now that I have the outer barrel off, I'm going to go ahead and put the new outer barrel on. And notice how it kind of fits in there. Pretty snug. And there's a little set screw here. That is for hold the outer barrel on so you can slide it back and forth a little. Just going to go ahead and make sure those are tight. Okay, yeah, just hand tighten. Let me tighten a little more. Okay. Basically, going to pop this on. And here's this little part. Okay. Now you can use a pair of channel locks. So you guys probably have this at home. That's fine. Okay, let me show this in action again. Supposed to use a vise, but I'm just doing it by hand tightening. There we go. Twist. Okay. Or you can also use a flathead on the groove and tap it like that. It does take longer, but that will work as well. Okay, now to put this on, notice how it basically lines up like so. Okay, this little part is in case you have a metal body and this is like a little fake gas tube. This would bridge the gap between the upper part of the rail and the metal body. So this, I don't need it. Basically pop this on. Okay, put that on. Okay. Now I have to go ahead and tighten these 4 2mm Allens. Okay, now what I did is I first tightened it and just kind of eyeballed it, and it was off a little. So I'm going to go ahead and use the stock carry handle. It's plastic, but what I'm going to do is basically put it on here, kind of bridge the gap, and kind of straighten it out so you don't have that weird teeter-totter handguard look. So I have this on there now. It's not going to really wiggle. So now when I retighten this, it'll basically be nice and centered. Also, if you had a metal body with the gas tube hole, you'd use this to center as well. If you don't have the Echo1 toolkit, this will take forever, just because you have the longer reach. Otherwise, it's in, twist a little, and then out. It just take forever. Perfect. Nice and smooth. Yeah. Okay. Now let me go ahead and inner barrel back in. And I notice it's sticking out that much. I will come to the conclusion of I will put on either a longer flash hider, maybe like another Madball one or something. I don't know, I'll figure that out. Or maybe just cut it. And then also the wiring. Before I had it wired to the front. Now I have wires going to the front still. Should I put on a PEC box or whatever? I will figure that out in a jiffy. Okay guys, here is M4, put on the outer barrel and the RIS handguard. It's pretty sweet. Now you can shoulder and more room to hold the gun. But I was just curious, there's a big wire hanging out front. 2 choices. You can either wire it to the rear with a crane stock and a MOSFET. This would be combo 1. It'd be the year 25 style crane stock with the MOSFET M16 wired to the rear. Or just have me deal with the PEC box or whatever up here and put on the Madball Ultimate hop-up, the metal one, in a plastic body. You guys are always asking, hey, how do you do that? Because you have to cut and everything. So it'd be 2 really good videos. Either rewire to the rear and install. Yes, I already have a video on how to wire just the gearbox, but not this confusing area back here with the stock and the buffer tube. So either wire to the rear with the MOSFET and new crane stock, or put in a Ultimate hop-up and show how to cut the body and make that fit. And I'll worry about the flash hider, so don't worry about that for now. Okay, so quick recap. If you're lost in what I'm doing, check the links below. I'm going to have a video link tag in the bottom. And then also, remember, crane for option 1 and hop-up for option 2. Go ahead and get the most likes for that, and that'll be in the next video. This has been Brian from Echo1 USA. Thanks for watching. Wait, there's more! Okay, a lot of you guys are asking about how to put on the smaller 7-inch handguard. So what I'm going to do is a little bonus video and put this on. Now I noticed this is the plastic body with the non-RIS handguard from Echo, and it has the older style, which is like the Tokimurui or TM base. Now, putting this on, it will not fit, because this requires the more modern and true-to-life Delta Star. Let me show you what that looks like. This is another Echo1 Stag, but with the RIS handguards, we automatically put on the Delta Star just so you can easily change it out. Let me compare them real quick. I don't know if you guys can see the difference. One is a star, Delta Ring, Delta Star. This one is based on Tokyo Marui. So you have real life sort of part, mimic, and toy. Okay, so this you cannot put it on unless you change out the Delta Ring from the old school to the newer version, Delta Star. So this cannot put it on. Okay, to put the new handguard on, I'm just going to basically take this off and basically slides into the grooves there, like so, and it kind of twists. That's fine. Pop it on like that. Use the handguard again to be held in place by the carry handle. Just tighten it down. Now basically straighten it out. And remember, this is a floating handguard, so you will have a little barrel play, which is normal. And it already came with the 2mm grub screws, and I already put them in to kind of start it. Just going to go ahead and tighten those down. And basically, these screws will press up against the Delta Ring and hold it in place. So now it's a little firmer. It's not actually going to wiggle at all or twist. But no matter how tight you have these screws, if you don't have the Delta Ring or the Delta Star tightened onto the upper receiver, the whole unit can twist. You have to make sure you add appropriate amounts of Loctite and or Teflon tape, depending on what you want to do. That'd be another topic and discussion. So I just gently hand tightened and good to go. You know, it's flush on the top, it's lined up, and it's good. There's a smidge play just because it is a 3-piece outer barrel, which is fine. And to secure it, all I have to do is pop in these little screws, kind of like the other video, just here and here and here and here, and it'll be good to go. So moral of the story is, before you purchase your aftermarket RIS or RAS or rail attachment, make sure you know what kind of setup you have on your gun, if it's a Delta Ring or if it's the old school style. This has been Brian from Echo1 USA. Thanks for watching.